It turns out this is not just a Jay Leno issue, is it? I mean, this could happen to you and I. I mean, Jay Leno just happens to be taking care of his wife who has dementia. And the headline at least suggests that, is there really a plan in place?
You are listening to the Aging Options podcast with elder law attorney Rajiv Nagaich. As the best-selling author of Your Retirement, Dream or Disaster, and host of 2 hit public television specials, Rajiv Nagaich has emerged as a retirement planning thought leader known for his willingness to disrupt the status quo. In this weekly podcast, Rajiv Nagaich offers piercing insights about the hidden traps in traditional retirement planning advice, along with straight talk about the problems during retirement that money, investments, estate plans, and insurance products don't address. If your retirement plan has been all about saving money, creating an estate plan, and buying long-term care insurance, what Rajiv Nagaich says may surprise you.
Happy holidays, everyone. This is Rajiv Nagaich with Aging Options on Aging Options, the podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about this headline that I ran across on AARP. Jay Leno takes a tumble, and what happens to his wife? Well, it turns out this is not just a Jay Leno issue, is it? I mean, this could happen to you and I. I mean, Jay Leno just happens to be taking care of his wife who has dementia. And the headline at least suggests that, is there really a plan in place? So what is going to happen to Jay's wife when he is no longer able to take care of her the way that he used to? So now let's skip from Jay Leno over to you. Can this happen to you? Oh, probably. If you happen to be married, if you happen to be an aging individual, even not married, single, you may be named as an agent for somebody else. And if you're caring for somebody, what happens to that person when you are no longer able to care for themselves? That's what this headline is all about. And that's what we talk about in Aging Options. So what do you do? Look, the simple answer is going to be, no matter whether you're healthy today or whether you're not healthy today, the question when you're no longer healthy is going to be, where will I have to go to access the care when I can no longer care for myself? Who will be taking care of me? Where will the money come from? And to do that, we do a lot of planning. And from the legal world, you will prepare a document called a power of attorney. And in that power of attorney, people will name the people they would like to see named as their agents. So if there's a husband, there's a wife has dementia, probably names the husband as the agent, and also as a backup. If the husband cannot do it, then it'll be this person, then this person. So you should have 2 or 3 backups in there. But the problem with the typical power of attorney is there is no guidance to what the husband or the alternates will need to do. Even though in our hearts, what do we want to have happen to us when we fall ill? We don't want to be put into a nursing home against our wishes. We don't want to become a burden to other people. We don't want to die broke. So how about if we redo the power of attorney a little differently? In the power of attorney, we lay it out that when I fall ill, I want the care to come to me. I don't want to have to move from wherever I am living. But at the same time, I don't want to see my loved ones become my unpaid caregivers. And I certainly don't want to go broke paying for outside caregivers to come to take care of me. And therefore, what I am going to do is to ask you, the agent, to one, when I fall ill, call a professional called a geriatric care manager, a nurse, a social worker, somebody who will go to the hospital and very easily be able to organize my care coming back home if that is at all possible. And after you've organized the care coming down to the house, working with the care manager, so you don't have to feel the burden of all that you will need to do to organize the care. The next issue is, where will the money come from to pay for all of this, and have the name of an elder law attorney that the people can go to. Write it right into your documents. Now the same power of attorney reads like a manual of instruction, doesn't it? Because you're telling them, when I fall ill, I want the care to come to me. I don't want to have to move. But you don't have to become my caregiver, and you should work with a care manager and then call an elder law attorney, and you will know exactly where I want to be taken care of. I'll know exactly who will be taking care of me at that time, so you don't have to be the caregiver, and how will this care be paid for between your own resources and any other public benefits. Look, this is a lot of information I've compressed in a short amount of time. If you want better information about this, how this works, go to AgingOptions.com and register to come to one of these monthly education events that we end up doing. You can come to one of these events and you can learn how to pull all the pieces to the plan together so that if you were to fall ill, things go the way that you want them to, not just the way some discharged nurse is going to make them to be. If you like this kind of information, please take a moment to like us, follow us, and share us. And certainly join us in the next episode of Aging Options, the podcast.
Hello, producer Alec here. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Aging Options, the podcast. If you would like to know more about this topic and many other topics surrounding retirement, aging, and how to ensure that you're able to live out the retirement you deserve, please head on over to AgingOptions.com. If you want a comprehensive, deep dive into planning your retirement and don't want to wait until next week's podcast, I highly recommend Rajiv's best-selling book, Your Retirement, Dream or Disaster. You can find both soft and hardcover editions on the AgingOptions.com website. Please follow us on social media at Aging Options. If you want to see this podcast in video form, you can find us on YouTube, also at Aging Options. Until next week, age on.